here it is, big red and black, dark gray mega mansion tent. 10 person, 3 rooms. Have a step inside the vestibule here. There's one of the room dividers hooked up. We don't have the other one hooked up, not going to. Hooks to a couple of tabs. If Miss Sonia will come stand in this vestibule here a minute, give a judge of what size it is. So you can stand up in it when you're 5'8" anyway. She's 5'8" tall. We got sun glare. But we got it set up. This is the first trip out this year, May the 9th, 2022. Got a little wrinkle we're going to work out there. Have the front door. And there's also a back door, D-shaped door. More in a minute. Okay, next stage. Queen size air mattress. We've talked about these before. Furniture pads for insulation. We don't have an exact fit, but this will knock out a lot of the cool air seeping through. Here's the other end. First time run with these furniture pads. You can measure all you want, but the realism doesn't count until you actually lay stuff down and see. So, here we are. Okay, everybody, we are all but set up. Yeah, I was going to do the time-lapse setup thing. That didn't work because, you know, we have distractions. We have the granddaughter over there that likes to get busy sometimes. 15 by 21. Ozark Trail. 10 person. 3-room tent. Sprayed it with waterproofing. First time set up. Of course, we got our little storage tent, kitchen tent over there, whatever you want to call it. And we're taking a hand-dipped ice cream break. Okay, everybody, we've got set up. We're at Site 173 at Dillon State Park. To me, the best tent camping site there is. Plenty of room. We'll walk around here and see. And here's the parking spot and the power connection. Here's the site, nice big corner lot. We have the 5-year-old granddaughter. The sun's good and bright for a change. We got her baby doll tent set up for her toys and her baby doll. Her baby doll loves to camp, according to her. No, we don't make her sleep in this one. Now, one thing I have approached them people about is push this grass back. You can see the tree line back there, and you can see where the weeds and the brush and everything is encroaching. That's kind of my thing I'm doing this year. Is our governor has said he's going to improve state parks and everything. And one part of improvement, let's push this back, because anybody that knows, or anybody that mows grass knows that this stuff will creep out on you if you let it. Got the fire pit there. We're about to bring it up out of the mud. Nobody's used it yet this year, you can tell. Probably trade that fire ring for that one right there. We have the basic setup here so far. We haven't quite tweaked everything. Our storage tent, our summer kitchen as we call it. You know, that's where we store all the pots, pans, dishes, that sort of thing. No food items due to the raccoons. Last year, if you remember, there was a video where they tore into this tent. We stitched it back up. You know, it's no big deal. Like I said, it's a storage tent. 25 bucks at Walmart. This year, they're $35, $34.97, $98, whatever it is they tack on there, but 35 bucks. Got a few solar powered lights to place around the tent here and around the entrance. A little light coming in and out at night. Tent set up, like I said earlier, the Ozark Trail 10 person. It's called a cabin tent, although it's a modified dome really. But The table set up somewhat. Miss Sonia and little Miss Abby is up at the playground playing right now up there next to the shower house. You can see the tan building up there. That's the restroom and shower house. Over there is the gray water dump and the fresh water spigot, drinking water, potable, however you say that. But we're here. First trip this year. I have not got rid of that nasty little grill yet. They've not had my Webers in yet, the little Smoky Joes. That size, but built different. If you remember, done a review on that last year, and I'm not happy with this thing, but they're not in stock yet. So, we got a rake there, raked up the twigs and stuff. Bubble wand of a thing. And up here, we got a bubble cannon for the granddaughter. Same deal, food items and stuff like that, holdover drinks in that white cooler, drinks in this blue cooler, which is water and Coke and stuff like that. That white cooler really holds ice really well. Interesting note, I said this is about 30 years old, this Coleman stove. While putting it together today, I did find a date stamped on it. Probably won't be able to see that, because I have a hard time seeing it too. 9 of 93. 29 years old. I was off just a little bit. So, that's a great stove. Been a great stove. Hate to replace it. Hope I never have to. You know, I might have to put some O-rings or something in here and on the gas connection. But September 93 is when it was made. We got it, I'd say the following spring or winter, over the winter, you know, when this stuff was cheaper. So somewhere late 93, early 94 we got that. So anyway, folks, here we are. We're at Dillon again. This is our go-to park. It's just down the highway. It's 19 miles from our from our driveway to this or campsite 166, which is just 150 yards up that direction. So anyway, they're up to the playground playing right now. I can hear some shrieking and stuff going on from time to time, so she must be swinging on the swing. So, but here we are. We got 2 campers in here with us. Okay, everybody, I did switch the fire rings out, and here's what I found. Bunch of trash in this one. Take your litter to the trash, people. This is just nasty. Are you just lazy, sappy, don't know no better, or what? Anybody watches my fishing channel, our fishing channel, knows that litter is my pet peeve. There's a half a dozen dumpsters leaving this park. Pick this crap up and throw it away on the way out. This is not something you burn, and this is absolutely not anything you leave. This is bottles with water in it and everything else. What do you expect was going to happen here? And we're moving right along here. First supper, because we're late setting up. Of course, you can't check in till 3. Burgers, hot dogs, and macaroni and cheese. Velveeta shells and cheese is good, but quite frankly, I really enjoy the box macaroni and cheese still. So here's supper, night 1. Taking a few moments here. Looking to get a little bit of a fire started, roasting marshmallows. Not much of a fire. Thankfully, everything is so soaking wet you can't get it to burn anyway. A little trickle of flame coming out there. Gonna make s'mores. Alright, let's liven this puppy up here a little bit. There we go. Another little jump start. It's only rained since January around here. Ground's sopping wet. Everything's wet. It's humid, damp. Sun's down. This is Monday, the 9th of May. Close to 80 today. Supposed to be in the 40s tonight, but they keep adjusting that. It said 47 yesterday, 57 today for tonight's lows. So we'll see. Pitiful. We are here hunting raccoons. Watch, we're about to be invaded. I have the ultimate weapon here. He's about to break out of the brush. I see him. I see you. Good morning, everybody. 4:30 in the morning. Not sure how well that'll pick that up. 44 degrees. Got a little cool in camp overnight, presently. 44 for the next hour, 48:53 by 9. That's a long way away. That's 5 hours. Fired up the buddy heater. Just changed the propane cylinder on it, good to go for a while. Granddaughter is up here. We're not going to turn a whole lot of bright lights on. In the Keldy, seen it here live, sneezing. Got her in the Keldy black ice mummy bag, rated for 0 degrees. Got Sonia up here. She's kind of double wrapped. Got a blanket over her. Careful how you pull it down, baby, because it's hanging on a pin there. Anyway, she's double wrapped like a big soft taco supreme. And we're staying warm. Got the other Keldy black ice bag laid out here. Me and the granddaughter are kind of trading places. The bag I was in was warm. We had her double bagged, but her inner bag come unzipped on her and got her a draft. So we got her in the black ice bag up there now. Lined with that reflective space cover stuff, space blanket stuff. Reflects all the body heat. Like I said, taking the chill off with the buddy heater. And waiting for just about sunrise so I can get the fire pit going.
Papa,
And go out and
I don't want to sleep over there because it's chilly.
And it's chilly everywhere, baby. But Papa's tough. Papa's got that good sleeping bag. But anyway, get the fire pit going here about sun up or just before the fire ring. Start making pancakes and stuff. So we'll check in then unless something drastic happens in the meantime.
Papa, you
Can't-
have to go up there and check if that cow
Yeah, we've
got into that tent.
We fought off
Accidentally.
Karoons all night tonight, trying to get in the storage tent. There's no food products in there, but they're still curious. So
Yeah.
we're going to close this and we're going to get in that mummy bag. Now, I do want to throw in, everybody, that these furniture pads, anything, rugs that you can get to insulate a floor with, excuse me, is going to help you tremendously. We got a gap or two here. You know, we don't have an exact fit, but going to help tremendously. This has kept so much cold out compared to what it could have been. But just saying, you know, if y'all do any early or late year camping when it's cool out, Insulate these floors if you haven't already. Good morning, everybody. We seem to have survived the night. 6:53 a.m. We have Miss Abby there, still dug in pretty deep into the 0-degree Kelty black ice mummy bag. Miss Sonia here wrapped up. Now, don't think that she got cold after she changed bags. The bag she's in rated for, I'm pretty sure it's 40 degrees. Threw one of these thin, lightweight thermal ones over her just for a little extra added, and she's been toasty all night. But her bag's rated at 40. Our lowest low was 44 last night. These bags never hold to what they say they are, you know, in that neighborhood, but generally a little warmer than that, but we're good. I broke out the second black ice mummy bag. Dozed off a while, slept in a jacket under there because I was expecting to get back up. Heater's still going. The sun is behind the trees. It's getting ready to come up over the trees. I'm not going out there. It's cold. But daylight is upon us and the sun is on the way. But we've made it another night. And the warming sun has just hit the tent. Just come out from behind the hill and the trees. I feel like beautiful warmth coming in there. There again, they're still sleeping. Miss Abby in the mummy bag. Sonia, double wrapped there. You know, double wrapped her so she wouldn't get freezer burn. But the warming sun is just coming in. I want to take this fly off and let the sun in, but it's still right cool out there. So we'll give it a little bit before I open that fly up and let that sun's rays in. There's that big beautiful ball of fire in the sky. After I just blew your retinas out. Up and out, got the solar lights recharging. We'll go into those this evening. Wife's coffee water's on. She's stirring in there, maybe.
All right, here we go, making breakfast for the kid. Got pancakes going. The master chef.
Okay, everybody, we are not fishing for this reason. This lake is up, way up. Now, this is where we've done video before. Drive down in there and park and fish. That island of trees out there is the tip of the point that you drove around on. You could walk out there and fish all around crescent moon shaped spot of land out through there. So, but this lake is way up. Everything's mostly closed off. Okay, here we are at the beach. You can see maybe the signs out there. The beach is totally underwater. The beach goes from that point of trees, crescents around to that point of trees out there, which there again, that's that point where you can walk out and fish, usually. We got some serious water issues here. We had some serious rain recently. Okay, we're at the marina here now at Dillon Lake State Park. You see we're coned off. There's the water. It actually went down a few feet. You see the debris line there. Now out there is the boat ramp. So that's normally where you would launch and board your boat. Tie it off and board it and everything. But this is how high the water is. This is how high it was. It's probably been another 3 or 4 feet higher, vertical. Big log washed up here. See over there, that dock? Yeah.
Look at that fish.
And out there's the boat dock, the ramp. See the steepness of the walkway there. It's up a lot. Okay, everybody, we're here. Still camping. This is day 2. As you've seen last night, we like to froze to death. Went today to get a heavier extension cord to run an electric heater. There's no extension cords, heavy-duty extension cords to be found anywhere. There's no green tanks of propane anywhere, which I pretty well knew that because I've had a hard time finding them for a year. So, here we are. We'll see how, let me find my phone, here it is. How our weather forecast shapes up while it's loading up. Having a couple of burgers, a few dogs for a quick slam lunch, then we're going to get the fire pit fired up here later this evening. It says 75. Feels like 75. No, it feels like 80. So let's go to the forecast. See what it says here tonight. You know, we're for Zanesville, 1:38 in the afternoon. It says 62 for the low tonight. 81 today, 62 tonight. Now it did hit the low that it said last night, 44. That's what we hit last night, was 44. 52, 54. So, we're kind of in dire straits for heat. Like I said, can't get a heavy cord. My cord's just not going to do it. And can't get propane. We've got enough to cook with and lantern. You know, we can scrounge a little bit and get through another night. I can't believe it's this warm in the day and get that cold at night. This is like the desert out west. It's been a couple of years running that in the truck. And but today we went out looking for goods and services. We denied on most everything. Gas is $4 a gallon to $4.19 a gallon around here. So we're having a load of fun.
What are you looking for? I need a frozen one.
Okay. Miss Abby decided she wants a frozen hot dog versus a cooked one, and that's not going to happen. So Miss Abby got up with me at 4 o'clock this morning and stayed up to about 5:30. You know, during our sleeping bag exchange there. You know, we got her in the Zero mummy bag. I hope, dear, I hope that we don't drop into the 40s again, the low 40s, low to mid 40s like we did. Like I said, I don't know how it reaches in 80 to low 80s in the day and drop that much at night. You would think that she's tired.
Yes, she is.
We're both tired. We had a long night last night. As you can see, I'm still using that nasty little grill that I hate, reviewed last summer. It didn't make its review. I'd say those are done, dear.
Yeah.
It didn't pass the review. And we're still using it because I cannot get my little Weber. They're blaming supply chain issues, worker shortage issues, the man on the moon didn't jump high enough issues. Who knows what they're going to be blaming it on now. But I can't get my other grill, so we're using this one. She likes to get political. I'm ignoring it. But anyway, we're going to get the fire ring going tonight. We got some firewood laid in. Had a little problem last night, and we didn't care. The only thing we was aiming on last night was roasting a few marshmallows. And we did that. But we got firewood laid in. We're going to send the granddaughter on the mission to gather up sticks and stuff for kindling. Fire starter here today. That'll give her something to do. But and remember, we're going to be breaking the Dutch oven out. Not sure if it's going to be tonight or first thing in the morning. We're going to be breaking the Dutch oven out and cooking. So stay with us. This is ongoing, and you know, we're kind of busy with doing the family thing, and a lot of this is humdrum. This is even humdrum to an extent. But that's not going to end well. Okay, you pulled it out. I was waiting to see that bounce off the ground. But stay with us, folks. There's more to come. We got 2 more days of this here. Well, we've got all day tomorrow, and we tear down Thursday and leave. Here it is, folks. A couple of burgers, quick lunch, late lunch, going to be a late supper. Ketchup and the Sweet Baby Ray's. I will not ever be done talking about the Sweet Baby Ray's. Miss Abby there has her a hot dog. Miss Sonia, same thing. We got relish and pickles and everything, but we're just kind of Xing out of that just to get something quick to eat here today. There it is, folks. Sunset of day number 2. Very nice day today. Supposed to be in the low 60s tonight, not the low 40s like last night. We shall see. I haven't looked at the forecast in the last hour to see if they're lying or not, or changed it or whatever. So here we are. The setting of another day. Beautiful day. And
Yes.
deer here caught me in a nap mode. I'll put a picture up here. One of the most beautiful naps I have ever had. And I'm not a nap person. Dragged the air mattress out into a shady spot. The tent was a little warm, a little too toasty to nap in. After being up most of the night last night, tending to the heat, needed a power nap.
Yep.
So what, 3 to 4 hour nap out here in the shade?
At least.
At least?
At least. We left you alone.
Over here under the shade trees on an air mattress. Ain't no wonder I've got patches of sunburn on me where the sun dappled through. Okay, everybody. Got a little bit of a fire going here tonight. Better than last night, but like I said, last night, day 1 set up and everything, you're just doing what you got to do to get through. We roasted a few marshmallows last night. Roasted. Roasted a few marshmallows tonight. So on you get the uphill side there, dear. Heating some soup up. Stand on the uphill side. Don't. That way you don't get the. Heating a little soup up for later, but lost my train of thought. Oh, a few marshmallows last night, and a few tonight. We are getting ready to make s'mores.
Yep. I have.
I don't know if she needs any more or not after that, but we're camping, we're having fun. Real life takes over when she gets back to mommy and we get back to the real world. Otherwise, we just don't adult out here very much. But beautiful fire going tonight.
Papa, when is the balloons go come out?
I have no idea. I'm surprised they're not out yet. Asking about the raccoons. Guys, I don't know if I covered this earlier or not. We went out to buy propane. There's no 1 pound tanks to be had anywhere, and that's not news. I have managed to amass 5 tanks over the entire winter. Went to get a 50-foot heavy-duty extension cord, one of the orange ones. I don't care what color it was. Nobody has them and nobody can get them. So this is the state of everything we're in nowadays. You know, we have our two neighbors here that we've had. Up on the far end there, that's been here since before we came. They come in yesterday after we did, the motorhome there. But otherwise, been pretty peaceful around here. Getting there or not?
Getting there.
So,
Take a minute. Just about there.
okay, everybody, we're going to take a moment here, trying out something. Okay, last night it was cold. Obviously, it was real cold. So what we've done here today, this evening, is took an old sheet that we've had. That I don't even know why we still carry that in the camping boxes. But anyway, we have covered. Now down here used to be, well, still is, a big hole between the rain fly and this mesh. Last night, you could really feel the cold air pumping in here. You know, as we tried to heat, it obviously pulled more cold air in. Chimney effect. Okay, this is a sun visor over the back door. This is a 2-door tent. So we took the pole out and let it drop down. Yeah, it'll slow down the chimney effect. We're going to get some. Now, this one is not as good. A sleeping bag unfolded out. It's kind of sagging on that mesh. But anyway, we're hoping it cuts down on some of that draft. But come right in, right along that line, that seam line there, and just dump cold air right there. I mean, it just come in and dumped. You know how cold air rises, you know, it comes from low, settles in. Of course, you know what heat we had. Chimneyed out the top, and you know, that's all well and good. You know, you need airflow. Tonight, we're trying out this deal to slow some of that down. I don't think it's going to be as cold tonight. I hope it's not going to be as cold tonight. Like I said, we cannot get an extension cord. We cannot get any green tanks or propane. My extension cord is not up to the task for that heater. This is old. I've mentioned somewhere in one of the videos that this come back from the mid-80s, and the cord's older than that. Me and my dad made that up in his barn one day. I needed a cord. It's long enough, but it's the old 2-wire cord. I've had to replace the end there. It had a single outlet end that went bad. But anyway, my cord's not up for it. Couldn't get long enough cord. We need something of that gauge. But there again, nobody has any of these orange extension cords. Can't get them in. Same with the propane. So in a make-do hack, if you want to call it that, and I hate that word, we're spreading a couple of things here. If this works out, we've got another old sheet, king-size flat sheet. We're going to throw in the camping box to replace this on the occasions you've got some cold air coming in, you know. Because we really try to expand our season, not just June, July, and August. We really try to expand it. So anyway, we're going to try this out. See where this gets us. See if that keeps that draft down any more. Because like I said, you could lay there and feel it flowing in down low there along that seam. Because just above it, and the rain fly ends just below it in a big opening down there. So probably not able to see any of that. Anyway, if we can slow it down, you know, to a manageable level, good. So we'll see how this works. Okay, we got the baby up there cocooned. She's in the 0-degree mummy bag. It's cool tonight, seasonably cool. It's not cold, unseasonably cold like last night. We're here, kicking back, relaxing. got showers for the day. Catching up on internet life. We got a little bit of signal here, just enough to do things. Sometimes not, but hey, we're camping. We really don't live on there much while we're camping. Of course, you're busy with a 5-year-old.
First I've been on it all day.
You're busy with a 5-year-old. The world is full of wonder for them. Everything is magical, and they want to do everything all the time, every minute, all at the same time. So, they don't understand that Mimi and Papaw just can't go on that 3-mile hike the instant you crawl out of bed in the morning. See, it takes a little while to find the heart and then coax it into starting. But anyway, this is night number 3? No, 2.
2.
This is night 2.
Got one more.
Been having a pretty good fit with the raccoons tonight. They've put the word out that we're here, and they're making frequent visits into everything. So, anyway, yeah, the word has done got out among all of them that we're here, and they're all coming now.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Day number 3. We're down to one neighbor, all that's in this section. I think they're leaving the same time we are tomorrow. Breakfast time. We'll have some eggs, bacon, and see what else we can throw in here. Got the granddaughter over there playing with the bubble cannon, getting set up out of the wind. Let's just aim it at the tent and it'll be all right. There's a little adjustment. There. With her animals and everything. Got her set up in the shade. Pretty decent night last night, a lot warmer last night. So combination of a lot warmer and covering those draft holes was good. Let's get on with breakfast here. And we got the bacon going, getting the egg skillet ready. There's pollen flying around everywhere. Tree seeds or tree pollen, whatever in the world it is. So here we go. This is not quite the home recipe where I like to bake it, but there's nothing better than smelling bacon and eggs in the mornings in a campsite. Is there, Sonia?
Nope.
So we're going to fry it up. We're going to go unhealthy today. Batch 1, batch 2. We're not cooking over the open fire. Wood's kind of a scarcity this week, dry wood, that is. You know, we have rained since fall. Everything everywhere is wet that you can buy. Then we save that for tonight. The smell of breakfast in the woods. We're not totally leafed out yet, so we're a little scarce on shade too. We got some leaves, but a lot of trees haven't leafed completely out. Usually this side is really shady. This site, not side, is really shady. But as you can see, you know, we budded and we're started, but we just ain't there yet. Preheating the iron skillet. Bacon's done. Got a little butter in there. Bacon laying there. Got some scrambled eggs going on. See if we can get something happening here now. Okay, got the scrambled eggs going. See what else we come up with here. I got 4 eggs left over there we're going to do something with while we're at it. Got to get Baby Doll's muck boots on.
There. All better. Wait
I
a
want
minute.
more bacon.
For breakfast.
Finally getting her set down to drink her first cup of coffee today. It's way late,
Busy.
but you know, it can wait. We're here to relax, not be busy. We're that every day at home.
Be careful. What you
So-
sit on?
Here's the scrambled eggs going on.
You need to get up before you break it.
Bringing them along nice, slow and easy. Don't particularly care for those brown crusties. Some people do. We don't. I don't. I don't know if she does or not. but I'm cooking, so it's up to the cook. Anybody who gripes about food gets to cook from then on. They inherit. Yep. And here we are, finished scrambled eggs. Got the ketchup. Gonna do something different with those eggs up there. Just had a little ketchup spill there down the shirt, and that's all right. Mommy can wash it out. We are camping. We're living in the woods. We're roughing it. Don't this look like we're roughing it? We're doing hand-to-paw combat with the raccoons. We had one infiltrator last night that showed up. Must have been from different territory. They usually come down there off the end of the tent, out of those woods. This one kept coming out of these over here. Let me pan that a little slower. Don't give you all vertigo. He kept coming out of there, and there was coon fights taking place right down in there. So I'm thinking somebody was invading somebody's turf, and you know, we finally got everything proofed. We have everything proofed, but this little persistent bugger, you know, he was trying to drag the portable grill off. So I had to lay firewood and stuff on it to batten it down. And like I said, he's kind of different. His MO is not the same as our regular crew that comes out of down there. But anyway, there was some pretty drastic fights right along that tree right there, and right down that end of the lot. I mean, it got pretty drastic at times, wake you up in the middle of the night. So anyway, back to the point. This is the wilderness. We're hand-to-paw combat with the wild animals. And Miss Sonia there is going to sit and giggle that this ain't really roughing it. What?
I'm not.
Anyway, I'll be honest with you. Got a little secret. We brought an old laptop with a micro SD card full of movies for the youngin' here today. We will set her up out here in the shade with the laptop to watch some movies so we can relax, because that sun is fierce. My feet have got sunburnt. I'm sunburnt. Uh-oh. I guess I got to make Master's coffee for her here. I'll be back. Anyway, I was saying, I don't know if I got it out or not. This sun is fierce. Temperature's about 80, 82 for the day. Got down to about 60 last night, which is 20-some degrees warmer than it was the night before. Last night was kind of a treat. Got my feet sunburnt. I'm going to have to change into shoes and socks today. I've got a 5K marathon coming up Saturday. So I cannot get burnt anymore. When is Saturday?
4 days.
3 days. So in 3 days, got a 5K marathon, and I cannot get them burnt. That burning took place when I fell asleep right there on the air mattress in the shade. And of course the shade moved. Take two. Ma'am likes to take her breakfast out in the shade in a country setting. I've made that coffee a little special, so if you get an extra little kick or something out of it, then there you go. That's what happens when you make me make your coffee. Yes, it's hot. That's what it's supposed to be drank. But you can tell she's pampered. I mean, look. You all have seen the breakfast she gets in bed and cooked at home and everything. Well, we have options here. I'm sure you hear that. There's a tornado in the area. The Russians are attacking, or maybe an air raid. It is good to know that they got that here on this place.
Yes,
I mean, you know, some of these storms we've weathered here, I've wondered.
that's true.
But it is good to know that there is one on this place that we can hear. Movie time.
You scared me, Papa.
Okay, movie time. Tonight's dinner, late lunch, early supper. I'm sure we'll eat again before it's over with. Sloppy Joe's, hot dogs. So nice, quick, simple, fast. You know, we're needing to get a bite to eat here. No big fare, tonight. Okay, everybody, this is our last night. We're going to be here this week. We started cleaning some stuff up. It doesn't look like it, but we have. Really, we have. Oh. Everybody does reviews. I really don't do reviews. But I'll say this. Like I said, we've had this tent before and replaced it. It was stolen. Good tent. Couple of things. Over there above the buddy heater, that gear pocket. There's one on that side, but none on this side. Same back in this end, one on that side, but none on this side. One on each side would really be handy. Now granted, these are big enough to hold enough for 2 people or more. But, you know, one on each side would be good. And again, the Ozark Trail, 10-person, they call it a cabin tent, although it's really more like a modified dome. Pay no attention to our stuff hanging in there. We're cutting down the drafts tonight. Last night was a lot warmer than the first night. Last night was about 60. So that's what, 16 degrees, 44, yeah, 16 degrees warmer than the first night. I did light that off about 10 minutes, the buddy heater, and that sufficed the rest of the night. Now laying this over that, you know, where the air comes in, where you don't see that, you know, the rain fly comes down and covers the mesh, and not a whole lot of draft comes in there, but you know, there's some cold draft comes in these edges. And I'm probably going to get me some here on this one tonight, but there again, not expecting it to be that cold. And I tell you what, let's see what it's going to be. So anyway, as one that doesn't review all that much, review's good. A lot of room in here. 4 of these 6 by 6.5 or 8 by 8.5, 8 by 8.5 furniture pads, and we got a gap there. We're going to get a rug. I think we got a little gap over here under that door. We're going to get a rug, you know, just offset this and put a rug down through there. Okay, 8:23, 75 degrees. Let me look at tonight's forecast, what they're calling for. 64, 54 Thursday night, 60, 61, of course, you know. But anyway, rain on Friday. Tomorrow's Thursday. We're out of here tomorrow. And low pollution day. Ah, good grief. Yeah, we gotta get the advertisement. So 64 tonight. Yeah, it's going to be upper 50s here in the country. So anyway, this may be the wrap-up segment, and may not be. We'll have to wait and be seen. We've torn everything in camp down. The small tent the stove and that sort of thing that we're not going to be using anymore. We've already loaded out so we can get out of here tomorrow. So we might do a walk around here. We're going to roast some marshmallows again here shortly. Got the fire seasoning in right now. But yeah, there's the space we have. That's a queen air mattress. Yeah, I'm not going to pretend that that's a full standard queen. We all know how that goes. But that's a queen size air mattress. And we have room. You know, if you center it up, you got pretty good room on either side. So there that is. And that's the big improvement over the green and tan tent we have. The 8-person modified dome. Plus we have 5 more feet in length. That's pretty good length, you know, that's near the length of another air mattress. The one I'm sitting on the head of it. And it's running, let's see, running a long ways down to here. Yes, we can turn a little light on. So, and these twin air mattresses will fit widthways in here, sideways, whatever you call that. Anyway, but tent was as we remember. Love it. Tickled to death to have it back. And we're coming out again real soon, really soon. So look forward to a little bit better video. We won't have the granddaughter. We'll be focusing more on other things. And this is not a thing against the granddaughter. You know, we focus on them when they're around. But it'll just be the 2 of us next time. Chances are probably going to be bored some of it, to be honest. So therefore you get a longer video. Maybe some more nuts and bolts stuff. So, until next time, we'll see you then. We are breaking camp. Have the rain fly off. Got it laid out there drying. Any dew that was on it. Condensation on the inside. Ozark Trail. Kind of a cheap line, but pretty good stuff, really. Walking around here for a purpose. Where'd they go? Here they are. Coon tracks. They've been up here trying to peep in on me at night. Look in the window.
You mean me?
I slept back here. Then we go on up here. And there's more of them up here. Trying to peek in the window at night on Miss Abby there. But to continue here with the Ozark Trail 10-person tent, a lot of mesh up here, a lot of good ventilation. Yeah, this is the first time we've shown it with the rain fly off. A lot of good ventilation when you peel it back. Let some air in. Big windows, one here in the back door. It does have a back door, a second door. Big old ants out here lately. But there's the front door with the screen porch of a thing. Back door here, full back door opens. You do have 2 doors. Like I said, I'm not much on one for reviews, but we're tickled to death to get this tent back. A little eyebrow of a thing comes up here over top of this door to keep the rain off. The pole goes in, attaches here, up and over, keeps the rain fly out. And like I said, good full mesh everywhere for good ventilation. Summertime tent, definitely a warmer weather tent. First night here we weathered it to 44 degrees, a little cool in there. Had the little buddy heater. Had a great little electric heater, but my cord couldn't handle the load. I'd had to make a splice in it, and it got screaming hot at the splice. Went to get regular heavy-duty cord. Nobody has them anywhere. Says they can't get them in. I think I may have told you that, but we'll not cover that in depth. Can't get the cords in. Supply chain shortage, worker shortage, who knows. The moon was not full, whatever their reason is this week. Pretty aggravated and had about enough of that mess. You know, there's a way to fix that and get it done if they just would. So anyway, we're tearing down. We got everything else tore down. The small kitchen tent, tore it down last night. You know, as opposed to the electric heater, we went to the buddy heater. Good stuff. Runs about 6 hours, 5.5 hours, something like that, on low setting. We got low and high on one tank of propane. Rated for 3 hours on high. So that done the trick. That got us through the cold. Okay, back to work, get loaded out, and let's get out of here. Miss Abby's first soft drink. We had to convince her that Mommy would be all right with that. Mommy don't have to know, but Mommy will probably see this and know anyway. You know how mommies are. But we're all right. Okay, everybody, we got the tent down. See the footprint here. Lived here a week. You can definitely tell a footprint, and definitely tell it was wet when we set up. Still a little damp, but it's a lot drier than it was. This should be the only trace you leave when camping. As opposed to this, we've not got everything loaded out yet. We got to get the tent down deep and everything. But we're nearly there. This is not a new revelation by any means. Yeah, I'm going to help her. I'm not just doing camera stuff here. She's getting everything just right to where we can fold it the way she wants it. Not a new revelation. We know that. We know why people have little tents. Because they're easy to put up when the time comes. Okay, everybody, we are picked up. The only trace is the footprint of the tent that we have been here. Trash air if somebody's that blew in. You know, I could work all day cleaning this park up. We've contacted people, you know, and there is a volunteer program in this park that I've made contact with. Not only get them to do stuff, but express my interest also. So here we are. Blazer is absolutely loaded to the gills. It seems like we are leaving with more stuff than we came with.
It does.
I don't know how. But there we are. So I'm not going to open that back. Everything will explode out. I did leave a stick over there, a fire poker. The next person here will see that, and they'll see the ash on the end, and they'll get it, you know. But anyway, this concludes another trip. Now comes the fun part, getting home and sorting and making sure this is sorted, getting ready for the next one, which is not going to be long. So, from site number 173, Dillon State Park, we bid you adieu. Until next time, everybody. Another adventure coming up. And what trip through here wouldn't be complete without a stop at the giant Easter basket. Got the grandbaby here. You know, last year we went by camping. She asked what was that when she seen it. And I told her the giant Easter basket where the Easter bunny lives. Well, I didn't think that through, and she wanted to stop and see the Easter bunny. Then I had to think on my feet there, you know, that he's out gathering Easter eggs for next Easter. So we're going to have to go with that again this year. And there she is, Miss Abby. There's your giant Easter basket, huh? Got to do the photo op.